Hi, good morning guys. Anil here from the Sharma clinic. Today we're talking about one of my past hair transplant patients, Cole. So about 1 year ago, I saw a young man called Cole. He was about 24 years young. And one of the things that really struck me was he was wearing a hat and he had very poor eye contact. So we got into the consultation and he told me that for the last 6 to 7 years, he's been losing his hair and he had quite severe recession around this area and also the front, to the point that he was wearing a hat and he no longer wished to be seen in public without this hat. So we looked at his hairline together and we determined that he was suffering with male pattern hair loss, and we discussed the options to slow the hair loss down and also add more hair to give him more density. His main concern was that he was looking older than he actually was and he wasn't feeling as confident. So with Cole, we proceeded to an FUE procedure, and with the FUE procedure, we shaved down the back of his scalp and we performed microsurgery using a 0.9 punch to harvest the hair from a very large surface area, which means when the hair grows back around the back of the scalp, it's going to be very undiscernible to the naked eye because of the spread out nature of the grafts and also the small micro punches that we use. So the surgery went really well, and he followed my meticulous aftercare, which I want all my patients to follow, which is spraying the grafts with a specialized solution every 20 minutes during the daytime and every 1 hour at nighttime. Yes guys, that's correct. It's practicing for parenthood every hour at nighttime for 5 days. So I think you're all waiting for the results. Let's discuss his actual results. So as you can see, when we first saw him, he had miniaturization of his native hair, which means that the hair is growing back, but it's growing back smaller and smaller. It's getting thinner and thinner, and that's because of the natural evolution of the condition, male pattern hair loss. So we started him on a cocktail of medications to slow this condition down. And then we implanted grafts using the FUE procedure into the frontotemporal angle, and we brought that down. So as you can see here, you can see the scalp all the way back to this triangle here. And what we've done is we've actually brought it down. And what that allows is it allows for him to have a smaller forehead and a younger looking face. We also densified the hair around the furlock area, which is this area here. And this is a very important area in young men, because if this area is thin, when the light hits the hair, you can see through it into the scalp. So it's very important to be quite aggressive in this area and really thicken this area up. And what I really like about his results is when he came back for his 8-month follow-up, one of the first things I noticed was his beautiful big blue eyes. But he was confident, he had thrown his hat away, he's never worn a hat again. So it made me really happy because it just shows with good surgical planning, realistic expectations, and a patient who's committed to the journey, what you can achieve. From a personal note, it's always nice to see somebody who is flying at the altitude he should be flying at, like an eagle, instead of flying on the ground because he thinks he's not an eagle. So Cole, you're an eagle, keep flying.